Yo, what's up, FM fans, and welcome to a brand new video. We are reaching towards the season break, and that is the very last round. Before that, it's round 11, the Hungarian Grand Prix. We got some upgrade before that coming up, so we will focus on that. Like regarding the durability, and we got fuel efficiency and the weight distribution. Let's set the activities first, then we will head out for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and let's see how the car is behaving on track. Let me get this quickly. Fuel load in future even, yeah, I've got to take care about that also, na? Okay, I have decided that while in race, we will check out if we can reduce the fuel load during before starting the race, so that we might get any advantage out of that. And we're gonna be focusing on the car setups also. Yes. So I have to learn about that also very quickly. Okay, performance index chart says we are second last in the aerodynamics upgrade. We are pretty much done. Okay, we got cable assembly to do now. We are good in the chassis department at least. Okay, the next thing we're gonna be upgrading is the startup, but the department capacity has reached to its limit. We will continue upgrading our facility once we are done and selecting our teammates. It's not going to be PK, we have already told you about that. So stay tuned what's going to happen and which teammate I'm going to be choosing. Well, the hint is he's going to be the experienced Formula 1 driver, not from the F2 design. It's going to be a mid-season change. Okay, the setup upgrades are successfully fitted on our car. That's the good news. Our team had requested PK is present at a recurring meeting, but it's configured with a couple of other items on the calendar. We know there are a lot of demand on the time, but it's still wider where if we have the input to aid our design, we should consider freeing up their schedule.
The
Okay,
department
chassis
wants me to
morale
pass
will
on
go
their
up. We're
thanks
gonna
for
be
helping out.
convenient with that. I don't care about his pace. It's his last race. I hope it's not a last race in the F1. I hope you get a great place after this PK. Not great than this, of course. Okay, talking about the weather distribution out there, it's clear, man. So weather is not going to affect us much. Wow, the upgrade which have fitted put us at least 4 places above our rivals from other teams. I hope this come in handy during the race and we are able to score again some points. Of course, we weren't able to do that in the British Grand Prix with that engine failure. That was our very first failure, by the way, in this season. Glad we have chosen a Renault engine map, but maybe we will not
Good day
continue with
today.
strategy.
Let's have your take on it. It must be crushing when something goes wrong that's entirely out of your control.
Well, if you're talking about the previous
Let's
race
talk about
weekend,
another
yes, it is.
team. How do you feel they did today?
Well, they are doing good and we are catching
Great.
them
Well,
good.
that's everything.
Well, we have overtaken Alpha Tauri and they are our very first rival team. Our task is going to be performing well against them and of course greater than them since our rival is also in the team. Yeah, Gasly. Okay, it's quali time, but before that we're gonna be changing our engine component. That's the important thing. Is the control electronics which got failed last weekend. So we have to take one more penalty in that area, but we are still developing the durability department. By the way, we are still waiting for the new regulation to show up. It will be show up before Singapore Grand Prix, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna be saving up our resource point for that also. Let's begin the quali session. Just wondering about how come three are there in one spot. That's a glitch. Okay, qualifying one, pretty easy one, and we were able to squeeze out of that. Unfortunately, my teammate isn't, and he's 3 tenths away from my time. Okay, qualifying number two, we are gaining by 4 tenths from our previous lap, and we are almost done. The qualifying number two, we are ahead of Store, but less than Radar. Of course, they will be coming out again, which they are pretty much right now. Oh, we are 6 tenths up now. Come on. Of course, gonna be losing on that corner. It's 6 tenths. We are currently residing in P6, but we'll be able to reside that for the end of the qualifying. Okay, everybody gonna be going out for their final run, which they are completing it now. So we just have to sit and watch where we end up in. It's P11 and 593, 598. We are 5,000 of a second behind Pierre. A nice qualifying, by the way. Jeff, anything? No compliment on that run? Nothing? Okay. Since we have nothing to do, let's begin this race.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. Historically, a good race for first victories with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the first time here. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Why don't we discuss McLaren? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Hamilton, Norris, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso and the captain, Ocon, Vettel, Lance Stroll and Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Pedro Piquet and Mick Schumacher, Russell, Gasly, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Well, we are glad we are at P11, and not only that, with Pierre penalty, we have stepped forward in P10. It's a front row lockout for Ferrari boys. Wow, the fight is really on between the three teams. But what we need to do, we need to score one more point. Since we weren't able to do it last time.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
And it's 5 red lights and we are underway. Sticking to the inside line only because everyone gonna make up the charge from the inside one. Okay, no one did. Same for that. We lost to Poison against Ocon. He's in a medium tire. Expect to see Tsunoda back at us because he's running on a soft one. Okay. At least we are clear of turn number 1 without any front wing damage. At least we can glad about that. Ferrari are having their dream start with both of them in 1-2. I think Sainz is leading the race now. The sector which we are really losing time is the sector number 2, otherwise we are good at sector 1 and 3. If we get a great start, then we can use the shifting. Of course, the DRS won't be open. We didn't get the start which we, entry which we wanted, but Tsunoda is getting a great slip game at the back of us. He's running in a soft tire compound, so expect to see to go out like that. We are sticking to the one-stop strategy, and that is a very useful one. Trust me. Going from the soft and hard will be a difficult choice, and that's what the front runners are thinking about right now. We are at lap number 4.
Back by about 3/10 a lap.
And nothing has changed till now except for the Tsunoda overtake at lap number 2. Well, we have seen the overtake doing in the first turn. We got a yellow flag at the back of us. Oh, it's Pierre. He's having a good time. What happened? Is it an accident or something? He's slowing down. I think it's engine. I thought at first it was gearbox. Wow, how much unlucky you can be, man. He's having a hard time in Hungary with that.
Some information on Gasly. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Thanks, Zef, we can see that. How hard luck he can be have, man. I really want him to be in a great team and winning the races and one day become a world champion. It's our race leader coming into the pit stop for the hard compound of tire. He's thinking of getting up to the end of it. He came at the back of us, right at the back of Stroll. As you can see in the minimap, it's time for all the front runners to start coming into the pit, which promoted us at the front. We need to keep up with the Ocon because he is 1 second ahead of us because we got hauled up by Tsunoda. Okay, with everyone pitted, at least which were running in the soft tire compound, it's first position for Ocon. Isn't it a deja vu or something? Except for the fact that we are chasing him instead of Sebastian, and he is not really in the first position. He's just keeping a first position for a time. Well, who already have pitted with us at the what I'm talking about. After leaving the software compound such as the Ferrari and the Red Bull, they are catching us. At least Sainz is in the back of us now with that hard compound of tire. He has overtaken Vettel. Leclerc is the fastest. Oh, it was so close. Nearly running at the back of him and might as well lose that front wing. But we made it cautiously and at least safely now. For now.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Leclerc has overtaken Vettel and they will be coming at the back of us, but it's a big gap between him and Sainz. Sainz is after us, we are after Ocon. Just that we are not getting as much as a great entry at last turn and then the great exit. Just lagging in the
Be
straight line
careful,
speed.
we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Oh, Sainz is making the move. Come on, man, you can't do this here. Well, with that move, he paid the price for that. Let's see on board with him. Come on, it was already time. Where should I have gone? Oh, he lost with that one. And he might have damaged his front wing. And if you haven't noticed with that, Max Verstappen has taken from Charles Leclerc because he has to back off because his teammate was just getting rolled
Exit now.
at the front of him, and with that Max Verstappen
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
is currently the leader, except for the Ocon which has need to be stopped. It got right behind our teammate, and with that it's been with that cold tire. Russell thinking of making a move, but we won't allow that. Why we are behind him? We know that he won't give us the place now. We have to take it forcefully. We will take it the inside line. Don't worry. We are thinking of doing undercut against Ocon. He still hasn't fitted. If you are watching the mini map, TK is still trying to get, but with the hard pound of tire, we are good to go. He hasn't stopped, by the way. If you isn't paying attention, that is the guy we have to beat first. He is finally inside the pit, and we are just coming on to the last turn. It's the straight. Will that be enough? Come on. Yeah, it's very tight, but I think we are done. Finally, the undercut worked successfully. If you have gotten lost with that our teammate, it would have been difficult, but Ocon still tried to make a move inside, but he managed to defend that one. Okay, what we got here? We got Sainz ahead. Why? The person which got tangled up with us before our pit stop is in front of me, and he is losing a lot of pace. Wow. It could have been a great win for him in the Hungarian Grand Prix, but with that move he made, he paid the price. And he is right at front of us and losing a lot of time. Maybe he's kind of having a damage or something. Okay, finally thinking of it and making the move through the inside. I will be sticking to that inside only. Oh, lot of understeer, man.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
We are at P8 above from our starting position, 2 places above. Okay, we got Ricardo ahead, and that is 11 seconds ahead. Well, McLaren are the only one which are thinking of 2-stop strategy. Will that work? Time will only tell. Lando Norris getting his very last pit stop. Ricardo is already pitted, coming right behind of Fernando. We got Ocon at the back of us, and Norris is quickly catching up to us. It's lap number 22. We got Leclerc ahead and a yellow flag ahead. What happened? He's running at a back of second position, and he suddenly lost his rear end. Wow, just like that. Well, it's a good thing there was a gap of at least 23 seconds between him and me. Otherwise, we would have taken from him. Wow, Ferrari are just losing like that.
Okay, gap ahead is 14.0 seconds.
He's starting this race with the 1-2, and now one is at 5th, out of the podium even, and one is at the back. Lap number 24, we got Norris with the company. He might be trying at the end of this lap, so go watch out for that also. Well, we're gonna be losing up that position. Even Ricciardo is quickly catching. I think so. He's at the back of Ocon, so expect to see him as well. And there you have it. We won't make it harder for you. So you can go where it will feel like. We got Ricardo at the 5 seconds behind Ocon. Sorry, it's behind us, 2 seconds behind Ocon. And that 2 seconds,
We're leading our teammate by 35.1 seconds.
and that 5 seconds soon turns into less than 1 second. And there you go. Ricardo has taken the position. I don't know why they stack for the 2-stop strategy. They are finishing up
This is your final lap of the race.
at the same place.
Ricardo is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 6.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. They have some kind of mechanical problem. The time last lap was a 1 minute 21.0. You're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work.
It's the last lap of the race, and we got a news that Ricardo is having some kind of mechanical issue.
Gap to car in front is 6.8 seconds.
It's of no use because he's nearly 7 seconds ahead of us. But besides that, Max Verstappen wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, taking out both Ferrari boys and extending his lead over his rivals. What a race. But it's a good thing that we were able to score from our last race retirement. It's a good thing moving forward.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
It's victory in Budapest then, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
It's a 1-2 finish for Red Bull. Wow. 1-2 starting position for Ferrari. End up with the 1-2 finish for Red Bull. That's nice.
Max Verstappen's excellent result today sees him take over as leader of the Drivers' Championship. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to check out the Constructor Standings. Red Bull take over as championship leaders. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. We all underestimated you, didn't we? Interesting result today. Would you say that you're happy with your performance?
Well, I am. We are catching with the Alpha
Is
Tauri.
there anything that you think gave you the edge over your rivals?
Well, consistency in scoring points. That's all.
Your R&D team has been working non-stop this season. Is this to catch up or stay ahead?
Well, you can say to catch up also, and also to stay ahead.
Great. Well, that's everything.
And with that interview, we are done with this episode. And then after this, we will be going for the season break, and with a new teammate, of course. So watch out and tune in for that. If you have watched it here, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, do hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe, because interesting thing gonna be happening next time. We will see you here. See you in my next one then. Until then, goodbye.